Ruben, thanks for having me. I missed that program. I didn't watch it, but I have an idea of what you will have said. So I can't thank you enough for having me, for having this right of reply. Now, let's be clear on what we had yesterday. Yesterday, there was massive, huge travesty of justice. The tribunal, the three-man tribunal chaired by Justice Wilfred Apochi, for whatever reason, turned jurisprudence on its head. Now, when they say our lawyers were stammering, just to say that none of the lawyers yesterday spoke in court. So there was no issue of anybody, there was no need for anybody to stammer. Because it was just the judges to reel out the judgments that they have, the conclusion they got in those judgments. But what are the facts? What did we take to the tribunal? What did we expect them to look at? We have consistently said that we do not have any issues with the elections at the 4,500 polling units in Edo State. Elections were held at that level. What we have said, which we took to the tribunal, was that there was substantial non-compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act. And we broke it down in two parts. Number one, they did not fill, the INEC did not fill Form EC 25B, where the Supreme Court has said, if you don't fill those forms, all the results from those units affected are null and void. Now, Ruben, you permit me to say this. The Form EC 25B is not filled at the polling units. It's filled at the RAC centers. A RAC center is Registration Area Center. And it's filled a day before the elections at the RAC centers, where you have the SPOs and the presiding officers. There is no political party agent at the RAC centers. So how do you expect a political party's agent to come to the court to testify to a place where he's not supposed to be, to give credence to the fact that the Form EC 25B, which was not filled in 320 polling units, which would have taken out of APC's votes about 46,000 votes, you say we should have called a polling unit agent to come there. That is travesty of justice. That is not right. That is not in Nigeria we want to live with. That is not in Nigeria we want to bequeath to our kids. Second leg of our petition, we said there was overvoting in 175 polling units. You are saying, even if we brought the beavers, we brought the extract, we brought it from EC8A to show that there was overvoting, we should have called the 175 polling unit agents to come and testify. And you know the most interesting thing of the whole thing? The tribunal hinged the argument on our calling the polling unit agents because on the case of Tanko versus INEC. That's a senatorial election case in Kaduna in 2023, where the APC candidate lost to the PDP candidate. And the appeal court then said that this section 137 of the Electoral Act that says if you have the documentary evidence certified by the relevant authority, you don't need oral evidence. They are saying we should have still called, because that section, that's what the appeal court said, that section does not give you the right not to call polling unit agents. But, Ruben, will you believe that we are not talking about polling unit agents? At that level, we are fine. So we didn't have to call polling unit agents. And in any case, in all our petition, in all the replies to our petition by the first, second respondents, there was nowhere, nobody mentioned INEC versus Tanko. What does that tell you? The tribunal made himself the fourth respondent in this case. They made themselves the They had an answer, and they needed to work towards that answer, and they went to shop for a ruling that favored them, that favors that will get them to that answer. And they forget that in the Hope Uzodimma case, the police officer that came to tender those documents in court was not even on election duty. The Supreme Court accepted those documents because they were certified by the relevant authority. And here you are telling us we ought to have called polling unit agents. Our witnesses were not at the polling units where these infractions took place. Once again, I can't say this strongly enough. Our issues are not at the polling units.